Recently, we did a celebrity reflection cruise to the Eastern Caribbean, and one of the stops was St. Maarten on the Dutch side. St. Maarten has two countries on one island, and the other side is the French side, but the cruise ships generally stop on the Dutch side, and it is definitely geared to tourists and cruise ships. It's also one of my favorite Caribbean islands. I'm not sure why, but I think it's just a happy island. I feel good when I go there, and it's easy to navigate whether you take a tour or not. Hi, I'm Sandy from Sandy Over 70. Thanks for watching. I hope you'll subscribe and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Now, let me show you St. Maarten in the Caribbean. Most of the cruise ship stops now have built up a selection of stores right there at the dock after you pass through the gates. And so if you really don't want to go anywhere else, you can look in these stores. Unfortunately, they seem to be the exact same stores at every single stop. In St. Maarten, if you want to go to town, it's about 1 mile away. You can walk, but for me, I'd rather save my energy for the town itself. So I took a water taxi, which is fun. I think it costs $7 per person for all day. And you get on a lovely ferry boat, and it takes you right over to the center of town. When you arrive, the first thing you see is a beautiful beach right there in the city. And it is a public beach, although you do have to pay to rent the chairs. Many of the restaurants along the beach will offer you free chairs and drinks included if you buy your beverages and food at that restaurant. You can walk along the water from one end to the other on a very wide boardwalk. It's bustling with people and restaurants and music. If you brought your bathing suit, then you can stop, rent a chair, and go in the ocean, or just lay on the sand on your towel. Now, directly parallel to this new boardwalk is the old town. So you can cross through a little park-like area, and all of a sudden you're in a very old shopping center. Very similar stores, but a totally different atmosphere with some historic buildings. We found a hotel bar that we had stopped in the last time we were in St. Maarten, and I was so happy to see it. We just walked in. It was all open to the outside, beautiful flowers, music playing, and we sat down at the bar. It said some of the seats were reserved, so we sat next to the sign, and we waited, and we waited, and we waited, and no one would serve us. And then I got the idea that perhaps that entire side was reserved, and we were never going to get waited on. So that was kind of disappointing. We left and continued our walk along the boardwalk. It was hot. From my experience, the water in February is not that warm, and I wouldn't have gone in it anyway, although there were many people swimming and walking around in the water. They were having a great time. I'm at the point in my life where on this cruise, I didn't even put my bathing suit on. I like walking in the sun with a big sun hat and sunglasses, but I'm not really into going into the water in February and being cold. That's just me. I'm sure if you've never been on a Caribbean cruise, you're going in that water. The ride back on the ferry was just as much fun as the ride over. And the nice thing was we just walked back onto the ship into our dining room and had a wonderful lunch and a cool drink. So we are at a special sail away event in St. Maarten on the helipad, which I had no idea there was even one here, and they took us up a secret passageway to get here. And They have served us lovely drinks. I'm having orange juice, but other people are having other beverages, and it's a lovely time. And as soon as we start sailing, it's going to be quite breezy up here. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Have a wonderful day.